Today on Us Weekly's reality recap, Ciara Miller reveals where she stands with ex Austen Kroll now.
The distance is still there. I'm very much still high and by. And I think that that's the extent of our relationship. I don't really feel like we'll probably ever really have a relationship. Personally, for me, I don't trust him, so.
And Amanda Petula shares her thoughts on whether or not she thinks Paige would move to Charleston for Craig.
I can see her moving down there. I don't want her to. I don't want to support that move. But I think that, she would do great. I think Craig would get lost in the city.
Plus, we're breaking down last night's finale of Winter House, and we cast our own reality show, Spring Break. So put on your sweaters, strap on your ski boots, and get ready for Us Weekly's reality recap. Hey guys, Christina Garbaldi here with Us Weekly executive producer Mandy Camp. Welcome to Reality Recap. I can't believe that we are done with Winter House.
We are done. I mean, we need a spring break show, you guys.
I like this idea. I like it.
So I was thinking about who should we cast for it, and I'm thinking it should be all singles. Like I don't need the couples. I want an all single spring break house for Bravo.
Yes, I like that idea. I think Lala should be there. I think
that's a good one.
Right. Yeah. I think we need some more Vanderpump, another Vanderpump crossover. Tom Schwartz.
Maybe Whitney from Southern Charm. Mix it up a little bit.
Whitney from Southern Charm. That's a good one. Do you think a housewife should be in there, or do you think it should just be like the?
I take it back. I would like to see Ashley, Darby, and Luke maybe together.
Yes. Yes, that would be a good one. I would like to see them on camera together. Yeah, I feel like this. I love the spring break idea. I feel like we could be
Chef.
And Shep, yes. Yeah, where's Shep been? Like, we need Shep in this mix.
Yeah, well, he was with Taylor for so long, but now he's single again, as far as we know. So
yeah.
All right, guys, let's write to Bravo. Tell us who you'd like to see in the spring break house that we just completely made up. This is not a real show, but we think it should.
We think Naomi.
Naomi, I forgot she's single now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's kind of dating somebody.
She's kind of dating someone, but won't reveal who or anything.
Right. So. Yeah.
But. Okay, maybe Naomi. This is good.
Catherine. There's the possibilities are endless.
Endless.
I love it.
Credit for some money from Bravo for this.
Seriously, Bravo, you better be listening.
I don't know if they could call it spring break because remember MTV Spring Break?
That's true.
But they can come up with something else.
Spring Fling, something like that. There we go. Wrap it up. We're done. Production gets started. All right. Well, let's get into see what you guys had to say about last week's show. Jade said Paige forgot Naomi wears the black leather pant. LOL. And so does Catherine. Oh, yes, that's true. Well, this was actually filmed. Oh, no, this was filmed after Southern Charm. So, yeah, I guess, no, you're right.
Yeah, that's true. Some people in Charleston wear black.
That's true.
Right. John Extel said, Amanda is a pot stirrer. She wanted to irritate Lindsay. Okay. Amanda and Kyle maybe don't love Lindsay. That's the impression I get. So maybe.
Yeah. I'm after the whole like rude comments and everything like that too. Yeah. I'm guessing that there's no love lost between them. All right. Well, let's move on. Last week's poll, remember we asked everybody, will Jess and Kory make it past Winter House? Well, Kathy said Jess lacks self-awareness and utter insecurity.
Yes, that's a no.
Yeah, that's a no.
Yeah, and I think we kind of saw in last night's finale that I don't think they're going anywhere.
I don't think so either. Well, let's do a poll for this week, right? Should Rachel have brought up her tip with Jess at the dinner party? What are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts are that no, it was not the right place or time. I thought it was completely odd to do it at an etiquette dinner, although I don't think the rules were really set in stone, but I don't think it was the right place or time. I do think she should have brought it up to her just at a different time.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It was not the right place, right time. And then the message kind of got lost in the mix, when Paige got involved. So yeah, not right place, right time.
Yeah, too many cooks in the kitchen there.
Too many cooks in the kitchen, totally. All right, well, before we recap last night's episode, let's get into our exclusive Winter House interviews of the week. Ciara set the record straight about where she stands with Austen today, and Amanda revealed whether or not she thinks it's a good idea for Paige to move to Charleston. So take a look.
The distance is still there. I'm very much still high and by. And I think that that's the extent of our relationship. I don't really feel like we'll probably ever really have a relationship.
You know, Ciara, you mentioned before about Austen saying that it was a 1 out of 10 type of trip with him, but how are things with you guys now? And I really love the fact that, you know, when he apologized to you, you're like, you know what, I'm just keeping my distance. I'm keeping my space, doing what's best for me at this moment. I thought that was really great. So how did the distance go after that? And what's the status of your friendship now?
The distance is still there. I'm very much still high and by. And I think that that's the extent of our relationship. I don't really feel like we'll probably ever really have a relationship. Personally, for me, I don't trust him. So, but I do think he's a good guy and he's great for someone. And like, I truly do wish him the best. I just can't, I don't need it in my life.
Yeah.
And, you know, unfortunately, I feel like the bridge has already been burned. So, yeah.
Do you feel like he was surprised by that reaction?
Who knows? And quite frankly, I don't care.
Amanda, what did you think of the way Ciara handled that?
I think it's great. I think, you know, I wish I had that like just confidence and ability to communicate the way she did and really just lay it out there and set those boundaries. And I think she was like right in everything that she said. Austen just needs to grow up. When like he's capable, but just not right now.
Yeah, he has great moments and I'm not taking that away from him. You know, when we are really getting along, he's great, but it's like the flip side of it isn't pretty and I won't be around for it. So
did he try to reach back out to you after Winter House stopped filming?
No, and like, look, we saw each other at BravoCon. Like, we can be in group settings together, no problem. Like, we had the Winter House premiere party, BravoCon. Saw him a couple weeks ago in the city with like a restaurant opening, and we can be around each other. It's still high and by. Conversation is to a minimum. I personally don't need to do a catch up, but that's kind of it. And I think that that's okay. It's evolved in that way, and I don't hate him. I don't have a distaste for him. I just, you know, I like myself a lot more. So.
Definitely. Do you ever regret calling Olivia a simple bitch at all?
I definitely do. I think I was just lashing out at that moment. Obviously, I was like seeing red in terms of the whole situation that happened with him. I definitely did not even mean to bring her name into it. And it really had nothing to do with her and everything to do with Austen. And I shouldn't have even said that. To her. I think she's lovely.
How are Paige and Craig doing? You know, obviously we saw kind of ups and downs in their relationship during these 2 weeks, but it seems like they left, you know, stronger than ever. But how are they doing now?
Definitely so good. I mean, Craig was definitely on one. He was definitely on one the first couple weeks, annoying the out of all of us. But he just needed to like time to adjust. And I think that now he kind of understands, like when we were there, they were still so new in their relationship. And now I feel like they know each other so much better and they are more adjusted to kind of like what makes each other tick. So, you know, adjustment period.
He also was able to turn it around like so quickly within those 2 weeks. He didn't need to wait to see things air and play out to realize what he did wrong or how he acted might have been inappropriate. Like in the moment before he even watched himself back, he was able to check himself. And I think that's huge. And the two of them have only grown since then, closer and stronger. So I think, you know, we all have our little bumps in our road, but Craig is not following in Kyle's footsteps of chaotic boyfriend.
Yeah, I mean, Craig was definitely used to just like being accountable for himself. And now he's finally realizing like, okay, well, my actions actually do bother my significant other. I need to like chill out. So that's great. And honestly, he's a little peach, if I do say so myself. Amanda, I probably lay him his toughest critic. So.
Yeah, totally. Amanda, do you see Paige moving to Charleston or vice versa?
I mean, I can see her moving down there. I don't want her to. I don't want to support that move. But I think that, you know, she would do great. I think Craig would get lost in the city. I think
Craig needs to come to the city.
I want that too. That's what I want.
Yeah,
we need to toughen him up a little bit and get him to move here. We'll figure it out.
I was like, he needs the tough love of a big city where he is not a big fish in a small pond. And I mean, that will humble you in itself. Like,
Yeah.
But Paige is like, I feel like Paige will follow in her mom's footsteps of like these amazing like dinner parties and plate settings and all of her holiday events. I think that's what Paige wants, and she'll get that down south.
Definitely.
For sure.
For sure. I love it. Do you think Craig and Paige are going to take it to the next step?
There's been rumors online by other outlets, not Us Weekly, that there's rumors that they might be breaking up. I think there's no truth to them necessarily. There wasn't any real basis there. I don't know. I don't see her in Charleston. I don't fully see him in New York.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know about this couple sometimes.
I don't know about it either, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, they do seem like they're in love, and they do seem to keep things a little bit more private than most people do. They're not posting each other on Instagram all the time. So it seems like, they're...
Why aren't they?
Why? Right? I know you're a public couple that have put your relationship on camera. I don't know.
It makes you think they're not together sometimes. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Might be some truth to those rumors. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's get into last night's finale, starting with our cringeworthy moment of the night. Who gets yours?
When Jess said to Kory, Rachel fits in, but I'm the ugly duckling. I'm the hottest one here. I mean, this girl just keeps digging herself deeper into this hole. Like, you do realize there's cameras everywhere, right? Like, I knew you're a reality show rookie, but there are cameras everywhere. So they're going to catch everything you say, whether you whisper it or not. And to keep going, like, seems very, I don't want to say narcissistic, but she's very into looks. Like, she talks about looks a lot.
All the time. Yes.
Like, girl, move on.
Right. It's not all about looks. And, that's why you made Rachel feel the way you did. And like, you're still saying it. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
No.
My cringeworthy moment was, sorry, you had something else too.
I had a second cringeworthy moment. Enough of these theme parties. Like, sometimes it just gets to be annoying. Like a stages of life party. What did you guys think about that? Tell us in the comments. I thought that was the dumbest theme party I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, guys, just do like frat party or like kegs and eggs or anything else besides stages of life party.
And it's like, why can't you all just get together and just drink? Why did we have a theme for every single party?
And it's literally more than two themes in an episode, like the etiquette party and then stages of life. One is enough in one episode.
More than enough. My cringeworthy was Jess saying her favorite moment was having a connection with Kory in the house, and his favorite moment was, quote unquote, ripping it down the hill skiing.
That says it all.
I was dying, and like the look on her face was just like utter disgust. Like, I cannot.
And it was her birthday.
It was her birthday.
This girl.
Like, he is just like throwing up the signs, being like, we are not going to be lasting after this. What don't you get?
It's like that movie and book. He's just not that into you.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah. All right. Who got your Bravo celebrity of the night?
Well, I agreed with you on yours, but also Jason setting up this really cute date for Rachel. I mean, they're not going anywhere past this house either, but I thought like, at least like, if they can't get out and, I mean, why did you wait till the end of the show to make something special for her? But at least he did. And it seemed like they had this really cute moment. And, I like Jason. I think he's really nice. But I just don't see this as a long-term relationship. But I thought
I don't think they're going anywhere, but they kept it cordial and a very cute painting date. I thought it was
very cute. How about you?
My Bravo celebrity was Ciara. I liked her line before the etiquette dinner. She said, no sex, politics, or religion at the etiquette party. And I thought that's a good reminder for all of us before the holidays with our families. No sex, politics, or religion at the dinner table.
I love it. Yes, that should be like a slogan for the holidays. Very, very nice. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. She was like my pick of the night as well. I mean, we're going to get more into it in our feud of the nights and how she handled the whole Austen situation. But yeah, she's a class act to that, Ciara.
She is. All right. So let's talk about our feuds of the night. Who got yours?
So Austen and Ciara, and I love how she handled this. And she was like, I could have picked this out of Austen's playbook, that he's going to come groveling back, come apologizing. And you know what? I'm just not going to accept it. I'm doing this for me. I don't need to accept your apology. I don't need you in my life. I'm keeping my distance. And good for her for sticking her ground and, just being like, you need to move on with your life. I'm going to move on with mine. Not together.
Yeah, I think it was great that she did that. I think there's no need for them to be BFF, you know?
But yeah, you saw like, how she feels about him now, but at that moment she, didn't want him in her life anymore. That's allowed.
Allowed. My feud went to Rachel and Jess, that whole dinner party conversation that we already talked about. I just felt like it was such a weird thing to bring up at a formal dinner party. Rachel said it was a classy conversation. I was like, what? No, this is not a classy conversation to have at a dinner table, even if you're the cast of Winter House.
Right.
And I just felt like then later on in the night, she wasn't letting Jess apologize. And while I think Jess was completely wrong in everything that she said and continued to say to Kory behind closed doors, still give the girl a chance to apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she so easily forgave her, the next day when they were like out in the, outside or whatever they were doing. But she so easily forgave her in that moment. So maybe alcohol was involved and they were not thinking correctly. But, it was just a really uncomfortable moment.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, totally.
Finally, our motivational quote of the night. Who gets yours?
Mine was Kory. I'm a little shocked she's telling people we are dating when we are not. We have something, but we're not officially dating. And he tried so many times to explain it to her, being like, we are not leaving here exclusive. We live on different coasts. Like, this is not going to work. But it seems like, based on the confessional afterwards that he was still calling her and they're still in touch. We need a Winter House reunion. So I need to wrap up some of these questions. Please, Bravo, give us something.
Yes. Kathy wrote in the comments, I think it was Kathy, she was like, we absolutely need a reunion for the show. What's up with that, Bravo? So
right. Why wouldn't we?
Yeah. My quote of the night went to Austen. He said, this is so delusional to me. He said, when I came to the house, I didn't know where Ciara and I stood. Up until this little spat, the trip between us has been a solid 9 out of 10. That's it. A 10. I give it a 10. I don't know where our friendship is at the moment. What show is he watching?
Clearly not the same one. Really, Austen, you really thought that this was a 10 out of 10?
No.
Yes, like you said, delusional.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our social spotlight of the night. Who caught your attention on social media?
My social spotlight goes to Paige. I just kind of forget that she still travels and does a podcast and a live show with Hannah Berner from Summer House.
Right.
She posted a very blurry, funny picture of them at one of their shows. So they have their show is called Giggly Squad. It's still a podcast and it's the live show, but I just completely forget about Hannah and the fact that the two of them are still friends.
Right. I wonder if she would ever come back to do a Winter House or something like that. I don't know.
Totally happily with that other guy now and
right
but
has completely moved on.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting. Mine went to Rachel because she posted before the finale aired. She said, tomorrow's the season finale of Winter House, and what a beautiful send off into Winter Wonderland it was. As we headed back to the city, me and my 10 plus bags and suitcases. She said, I have zero regrets. I kept it 1,000% genuine and real with y'all, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So so just some cute pictures from her time in Vermont, and seemed like she said, she has no regrets. A good time. I wonder if she'll be back. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait. I'd love to know in the comments what you think. Should Jess be back, and should Kory be back for another season? I feel like we'll see Kory again. I'm not sure about the other two.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Jess is going to be back. I don't know if they'd ask her back, but I don't think she'll be back. But Rachel had a good story this season. I feel like she didn't get, too much into controversy. She didn't get too wrapped up into the relationship. So she was a good, neutral balance for the house.
Right. Also, did we know that she was on this HBO Max show, Full Bloom? Had no idea. I was going through her Instagram, and she posted this a while ago, back in June of last year. She was I guess a part of this show all about, bringing joy through flowers. So Full Bloom. Who knew?
I didn't know that. Fun fact.
No idea. Fun fact. You learn something new every day. Well, that's it for this edition of a Reality Recap Winter House edition. It's been a fun season. Lots of highs, lots of lows. We'd love to know what you guys thought about the finale in the comments below. And of course, our poll question was Rachel right to bring up the whole Jess drama at the dinner table? So please let us know. And Mandy, I thought it was a good season.
It's a great season. I enjoyed it.
All right. Well, that's it for Reality Recap. We'll see you guys next time. For more news, content, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.